Guys, welcome back to Product Focus Friday, the last one for January. So at the end of this video, we will also be drawing for what we're going to be playing with in February. So we've got acrylic paint we need to be using, and we've got LilyBee Designs. So we had three kits, so we've got just leftovers from all of them. So we're going to start mixing and matching. We have a few 12 by 12s. I've got this one photo of my son and my niece. I don't remember what this is, but I've already scrapbooked this photo for one of their albums. I just can't remember which one. So I've got to figure that out really quick. And then we've got some cute buttons. I think I'm going to actually do another paper issue sketch. So we've got this one that I kind of wanted to play with. So I think that's what we're going to do. And we've got acrylic paint we've got to be playing with today. So I figured doing the rip strips, we can do some acrylic paint maybe in between or on them or instead of paper layers was my thought. So yeah, let me gather some things and let's get started.
All right. So first thing I'm going to do is look through the papers and figure out which ones I would like to use for my background and for the strips. Because I really like the idea when I set it to do like some rip strips, but then like do some acrylic paint in between so that it's like some of the layers of the ripped on the sketch are acrylic paint and not just paper. So I'm looking for what I want to use for a background and then what papers I want to use. And then I can kind of pick out which paints I want to use. I chose a pink for my paints and I'm kind of regretting that because there's only pink in like one of the papers and it clashes with the red. But it turns out after I kind of figured out what this photo was of and why I took it and what I documented in my son's album, I have it in my son's album. So it is for my niece. So I'm kind of glad I went for the pink just because it's for hers. But I'm still kind of wishing I wouldn't have done pink. Either way. So I figured these 4 strips of paper. And then I thought I would put a color in between. So I'm picking out a green, a dark pink, and a blue. So I grabbed like a lighter blue because there's like a lighter blue in some of the paper, especially that like hexagon print. There's a pink in the hexagon. And then there's like this limey green. And I really liked the word search thing that came in the one kit. So I'm going to use that as one of the big photo mats. And I'm going to just map my photo in crazy amounts of layers, partial layers. Use up whatever I can with these kits because the more I have done with these, the better. I'm trying to use up all my stash. Or not all my stash. I'm trying to use up as much stash this year as possible, especially in the beginning of the year. Just try to get it used up, especially this older stuff. So that's why I like that I do this Product Focus Friday because it's usually older kits that I've had lying around forever. And you guys, I went from like 2 whole like those file folder stand-up things full of kits to only 1. I only have 1. And some of them are newish kits and I actually rearranged. So it's not even all the old kits. Anywho, so I figured out where I want my ripped. And then I laid some purple tape. Sandy's got me saying purple tape, even though I'm not even part of her family. But she says purple tape all the time. But she's got me laying, I'm using the purple tape to mark where I need to paint to. And then that way I don't go over it. And I don't accidentally spill onto the side of the yellow paper that I don't want. So I figured what I would do is I would just paint in between where those strips of paper are going to be and not worry about it being too dark or too light because that way some of the pattern from the yellow paper can kind of shine through. And this is a good way, like if you don't have exactly what you want for paper, you can always just paint it. So I did the green on the top, the pink in between the 2 middle because I didn't want the pink by the red, and then the light blue on the bottom by the red. And I really like the way that turns out. Like you'll see that in a little bit after I let it dry. But I'm going to map my photo on black and then on the red paper. And then I'm just going to partially matte on pink and green and put a little bit of blue behind it. Put it on the word search thing because then you get all the stripes of all the different colors below. And then the last little file tab thingy I'm going to tuck behind as well. Oh yeah, and I took this. So I only had a couple 12 by 12s left. One was the yellow pattern that I'm using for the background. Another one was, I feel like I had 3. One was this, this wasn't even a 12 by 12. This was just a big chunk. But I had the yellow and then some of the red like background paper and then one other pattern paper that was a 12 by 12 still. And I did use some of that, I think, on the page. But this pattern had like strips on it. And so I cut one down where the yellow was scalloped, and then they had the text scallop, and I'm fussy cutting out the scallop, and that's gonna go on the border between where my ripped edges and my paint end, and then the side on the yellow on the right begin. So it's gonna be my division between that area. So I fussy cut around the scallops, and now I'm just gonna layer up my photo. Like I said, I do the black, the red, and then I do a little bit of pink, a little bit of green, just to get all the colors in behind the photo. And that way, I've got them all taken care of. So now I have, the paint is dry, and I'm gluing down my ripped strips over my paint. And like I said, I'm really liking the way that turns out. It's just after I add my photo and things on, I was regretting the pink. And it was actually when I started adding some of the paint to other parts of the layout that I didn't like it. But it ends up being okay, because once again, a lot of times when you do some mixed media, it gets covered up. You do more, and sometimes it's just like, oh, maybe I don't like that. But a lot of it ends up getting covered up. So a lot of what I didn't like gets covered up and just peeks out instead. So I'm going to pop this whole thing up on foam, and then I'm going to just use a little sponge dauber and just add a little bit of the blue, a little bit of pink in 3 areas, and then I'm going to splatter some of the green just to add those colors around, to bring those colors kind of through. And that's where I start going, oh, I don't know if I like this. But after I add some other fun things for my stash, it ends up turning out okay and not looking too bad. So I wanted to use the 3 things. One's a brad, one's a flare, and one is a button that were in one of the kits. And like I said, I just tried to use up as much as I could that came in these kits so that I just had nothing left. And so I end up only having left a bunch of letter stickers, because a lot of them came with a set of tiny alphas, which is kind of fun though. And they're all in pretty good colors that will match a lot of things. So those are fine, going right to my stash when I'm done. But I wanted to use up those 3 things. So I decide to go into my stash, and I grab these wood veneer hexagons from Shadney's Etsy shop, which I will have linked in the description box, and some flare from Dottie About Flare. I will also have their brand new website linked in the description box. I'm going to grab some of those as well. And then I will also grab some Ulta New enamel dots. And so I'm going to create 3 little clusters where I put the paint around my photo. And then I'm going to use this Acrylic Friends from Redefine Creative that I got a few years ago. And I'm going to put that at the top as part of my title. And decided to do Couch Potato Friends just because they're lounging on the couch. And it is something winding down, something the kids like to do. They like to snuggle and cuddle and be couch potatoes sometimes, because they play so hard that then they kind of crash whenever we're around. But this was like fall, winterish, it was December of 2019, and my sister's family just finally got to move back into their house. Long story short, the house was struck by lightning, and they had to move out from July till December because of how much damage was done. So it was kind of like the first weekend they were back home, and so we just went over and kind of saw what was redone with the house and that kind of thing, and just hung out. So here I will be live again to draw what's for February for Product Focus Friday, and yeah, then some close-ups after.
All right, now we are done with Product Focus Friday for January. What are we gonna play with February, which is right around the corner? I can't believe this month has flown by so fast. I'm just gonna separate these because they're like linked together. And I am throwing these away as I use them so that I'm not kind of focusing on that one again. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when this is empty. We'll change it up, maybe. Okay, ooh, dropped it. Product Focus, what are we deciding? Pink Paisley. Well, didn't we do Pink Paisley? Hold on, maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I don't know. All I know is all I have of Pink Paisley is 1 ScrapRoom kit. So I feel like we should just see how far we can stretch this. Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss from 2014? Yeah. So this was a ScrapRoom kit from then. So you get this page that says sour, which that's really pretty. Seeds. Oh, that's fun. And hello. And that's gorgeous. And then 2 pieces of this like gray cardstock. And then looks like a part of a chipboard packaging. Must have been multiple. So I got some, they're like photo corners, some chipboard, a little hello, 2 frames, an XOXO delightful. This one says bloom and grow, freshly sweet sunshine. There's a butterfly and like a pink lemon. So this is what we're gonna play with in February. So that's interesting. I will also dig, I think I have specifically more pink paisley somewhere else. I'm trying to think. That's Maggie Holmes. If I find some more, which I think I possibly do, but I can't remember. Either way, we're just going to try and use this entire thing up. Yeah, we'll do pink paisley. Okay. Yeah. I feel like, well, because I had fifth in Monaco. And I used up a bunch of that, and a lot of that is in my How to Kill a Kit with Style for January. And I have no more of that left. That's gone. So I'm debating if I draw a backup if we run out of this. I think I should. Don't you think? Or should I just pick a random one that I only have one of, maybe? Decisions. Let me go look through my kits and see. No, do you know what we're gonna do? We are going to, if I run out, I'll pick something then, okay? Okay, so pink paisley. All right, let's draw our category. All right, got categories in here. What category are we gonna play with? Mixed media again? We're not doing it. Just because I don't want to keep on keeping on. No, we're not doing paper either because, well, actually, that might help it stretch. But I feel like we just did that, so no, we're not doing. I'm being picky. I'm sorry. I want like either embellishments or tools. Okay. Tools is fine. We'll do tools. Let's pretend I didn't draw 3 times to get what I wanted. I just did paper. I only have a kit, so, and there's only so many paper categories. I think there's more now, but I just want to make sure I can stretch this one kit all month long. And I need to add some to my designers / collections, I think. I need to add Citrus Twist. So yeah. Okay, so let's get out the tools. This will be fun because I haven't played with some of my tools in a long time, so this will be good. Let me just separate them so they're not stuck together. Okay, now I'll shake. Whoop! Oh, pick that one. Ooh, we're gonna use the sketch pens. We'll see how well that goes because they're drying up pretty bad. Oh, I got 2 things. We'll do this one. Embossing folders. Okay, I only have so many, so that'll be cool. And they're only like so big. Stapler. So we gotta use some staples. How many Fridays? 4, I think. Creative Memories shape. Oh, the oval shape. Funny, I used it this month. And my freestyle pen. So I grabbed an extra one just in case the sketch pens don't work, okay? So, because they're, like I said, they're drying up quite a bit. So I'll try and use that one. The freestyle pen will be that's replacement if it works. So let's write these down so we don't forget. All right, it was silhouette pens first, pen or freestyle. Then it was embossing folders, right? And then it was stapler. And then it was creative memories oval cut thing. The oval cut thing. Because I think there's four Fridays. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Ooh, and the oval cut. That's also going to be a Christmas layout probably. Okay, so there we go. So for February, we're going to play with this kit. We're going to make it stretch as much as possible. And if it doesn't make it, I will draw another thing. Or if I'm getting down and I've got like nothing left, I'll draw another collection or focus that will only do for that little bit. Or I might even, I don't know. Yeah, we'll do that because that's the fairest. And that'll help me decide what to use. Unless I'm gonna allow myself that unless I'm working with something else or I have something else nearby that I want to try to use up, I might do that because I have my Stash Smash Saturday. My Stash Smash Saturday series that is going really, really well, and I'm working with that stuff too. So we'll see. That also might be a thing. So I'm leaving some room for changing my mind. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we will see you next Friday where we will try to play with the silhouette sketch pen. So I'll do some fun things with that, and we'll use this collection. All right, we'll see you then. Bye, guys.